You walked in, cradling your head like it was nothing, talking about the weather like you hadn't been bleeding for hours. But the second Katsuki and Ijiro saw you. They knew. They always know. He didn't say I was worried. He didn't say I love you. He just held your hand open in both of his, pressed his lips to your knuckles without looking up, and somehow that was louder than anything else he could have said. And you almost missed all of it by walking straight to your room. The front door swings open before you even get your key out. Katsuki is standing in the doorway with his arms crossed, wearing that expression you've come to recognize. The one that tries to look annoyed, but is hiding something else entirely underneath. Behind them, Ijiro appears, his red hair still damp from the shower, towel slung around his shoulder. "You're late," Bakugou says. "I know, Why are you holding your hand like that?" You glance down. You hadn't even realized you were cradling it against your chest, fingers curled inward. The cut on your palm isn't deep, but it stings something awful. And there's a thin line of dried blood along the crease of your hand that you tried to wipe off on the walk home and failed. "I had a small accident," you say. "It's nothing." Ijiro is already moving. He crosses the room in 3 strides, ducking his head to look at your face first, the way he always does when he's trying to gauge how much you're minimizing things. And then gently takes your wrist. His touch is careful in a way that always surprises you, given how hard his hands can get when he hardens. Right now, they're soft. He turns your palm upward. "That's not nothing," he says. "It's a cut. It's a deep cut." He looks over his shoulder. "Katsuki." Katsuki's already in the bathroom. You hear the cabinet open, the familiar shuffle of the first aid kit being pulled from the second shelf. He doesn't call back or anything else. He just comes out a moment later with the kit in one hand and that same tight expression on his face, and drops onto the couch beside you with the kind of controlled force that broadcasts, "I'm annoyed and also worried, and I don't want to talk about the second part." "Sit," he says. "I was going to clean it myself." "Sit down." You do. Ijiro settles on your other side, close enough that his knee presses against yours. He doesn't let go of your wrist while Katsuki unzips the kit and pulls out the antiseptic wipe with more precision than the situation probably requires. "How do you do it?" Ijiro asks. His voice is gentle, conversational, but you know him well enough to hear the concern underneath. "Glass. At work. There was a broken mug in the break room sink, and I didn't see it." "Did you rinse it?" "Yes, EG. "No, did you rinse it properly?" "I ran it under water for like 2 minutes." "That's not." "It's fine," you say, and then immediately hiss when Katsuki presses the wipe to the cut. "Don't be a baby," he mutters, though his grip on your hand is steady and impossibly careful. 2 fingers at your wrist, his thumb barely grazing the uninjured skin of your palm as he works. He doesn't look up. "How long ago did this happen?" "A few hours." Both of them go quiet, not a comfortable quiet. "A few hours," Katsuki repeats. "I was busy." "You were walking around with an open cut for hours and didn't think to." "I said it was fine." He looks up then, red eyes meeting yours, and the thing in his expression isn't anger. You know what his anger looks like. This is something sharper and more uncomfortable than that. You keep saying it's fine, he says, quiet, which is somehow worse than when he's loud. It's not fine. You're hurt. Katsuki, don't. He goes back to the cut, applying a thin line of antiseptic with the kind of focus he usually saves for training. Just let us take care of it. Ijiro's head drops to your shoulder. It's a small thing, easy, the way he always tucks himself close when he's trying to say something without saying it. His hair is still damp and cool against the side of your face. You don't have to do that thing where you act like it doesn't matter. I wasn't. You were, he says, not accusatory, just honest. We saw it the second you walked in. You had your hand curled up, and you walked in talking about the weather. You don't have a good answer for that. Katsuki smoothes a bandage over your palm, pressing the edges down with his thumb. He doesn't let go after, just holds your hand open in both of his, looking at his work with a focused expression, like he's checking his own precision. Does it still hurt? He asks. A little. He makes a sound that is not quite a word. Then he turns your hand over and presses his lips to your knuckles. The back of your hand, where the skin is smooth and uninjured. It's a quite deliberate thing, and he does it without looking up, which means he knows exactly how much it means and is not choosing to make a scene of it. Ijiro lifts his head and looks at the bandage. Good job, he tells Katsuki. Obviously. I'm being serious. I know you are. That's what's embarrassing. You laugh despite yourself. Ijiro wraps both of his arms around you from the side. He's warm and solid, and he smells like body wash. Next time, just tell us, okay? When you get hurt, even if it's small. It was a small cut. Then it takes 2 seconds to mention. We want to know. Katsuki sets the first aid kit aside and leans back against the couch cushions. He doesn't join the hug, but his leg presses against yours. Eat something. I'll heat up the leftovers. You lean into Ijiro and let yourself be held. Okay, thank you. Katsuki grunts, and Ijiro squeezes tighter. Outside, the evening settles in around the apartment, and the three of you stay like that until the food is warm and the ache in your body is just a dull, manageable thing, not worth thinking too hard about. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye.